Hello? So you want to take Christmas off? Are you crazy? You're fired. So that's not what product management is. So product managers, or PMs, are not bossing people around. Even though the word manager is in the title, they're often not managing anybody. So PMs in a company are people who work on creating products, usually software products like a web application or a mobile application. And they do this by working very closely with different teams, such as business stakeholders. This could be marketing or business development, or directly with CEOs, along with the technical development teams. So these are software engineers, data scientists, user experience designers, and even end users, so whoever will be using this product. So PMs are often referred to as CEOs of a product, but I don't necessarily agree with this term, because oftentimes PMs don't have direct authority over what's needed to make their product successful. You work with a lot of other teams like data, user experience, engineering, business support. And those are the people that are really creating the products. So as a PM, you just have to be really good at convincing those teams to believe in your vision and to execute it. So I feel like the internet likes to glorify what a product manager does. And I'm a product manager at a biotech company, and this is my take on what PMs actually do. So usually the description of a product manager is somebody in an organization who owns the product vision and is responsible for making software products and features that have high impact. So how is impact defined? Impact usually means some benefit for the company or its users. Does it reduce the amount of time it takes to do something, or does it have some monetary benefit by either saving money or earning the company more money? A great example of a high impact product is Uber. Now, the impact of Uber, if you don't know, is that it changed the way we ride taxis and car services. Before Uber, people had to find a cab on the street in order to take it. You would never know where one is. So Uber reduced the time that it took to take a cab by showing you all the Ubers that are near you and having it come to pick you up where you are. So Uber's definitely grown in size as a company since its inception. So there are plenty of product managers there who are responsible for the different features and services that it offers, like Uber Eats. So now that you know what an example of a high impact product is, the PM job might seem amazing. Like, wow, maybe I get to create something like Uber? Sign me up. Well, yes and no. While PMs get to be deeply involved with creating high impact products that are widely used by people in an organization or all around the world, there's a lot of work that's involved to get the product to that point, and the day-to-day of a PM isn't very glamorous. Your day-to-day as a PM usually involves a lot of meetings and just doing documentation. You need to be available to different teams to be able to help answer questions, especially if they're getting blocked on what they need to build or design. So there's a very popular diagram about the PM role where it's an intersection. It's a Venn diagram with 3 circles, and the PM is the intersection of tech, design, and business. So as a PM, I think you spend the majority of your time with these teams trying to understand their needs and documenting it so they can all understand each other. And as a PM, you're the bridge between them. So for example, you'll be working with a business to understand their problems and their workflows. You'll document the requirements from the business for the product that'll make their lives easier. Now, depending on the size of the company you work for, the role of the PM can be very different. And as a PM, you're expected to wear many different hats. In a smaller company or a startup, you might be balancing a ton of hats. With limited resources, PMs may have to do the job that would be given to a different person in a bigger company. So an example of this is when there's no design team, a PM would be designing the user experience and the software behind it. This actually happened to me in my job early on, where we didn't have a design team to work with, so I would be making wireframes and using Sketch to design how the application and pages of the application would look like. When you're in a mid-sized or larger company, the PM can focus more on prioritizing tasks for engineers to work on and laying out the future of the product in a roadmap. Even though these companies may have dedicated teams for this, the PM may still be expected to step in and guide these teams, in some cases, so that they can understand the work that needs to be done. Yes, so if there's anything more you'd like to learn about in the world of product management, then let me know in the comments down below and I'll try to make a video on it. Or I can even interview some of my colleagues who are product managers and get their perspective on it. So thanks again for watching and have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.